Hey guys, I am going to show you how I put together my circle mold straw topper. So I'll pop these out real quick. I've already poured some so I could put them together. But if you notice, they're filled to the top. Don't leave an indent. You can if you're going to put vinyl on here and then dome it. I always leave just a little bit, but you want to fill it as full as possible. So there's one. And then we'll clean the edges up. And then the second. The reason you want to make sure, this is another way to demold, is I just pull it back and pull it off. The reason you want to make sure that you're filling it full enough is because there's not a huge, this isn't very thick once you pour epoxy. So you want to make sure that you're filling it to cover this whole entire area. You don't want to be able to see these two rectangles. So this is the other piece. I just kind of did like a dirty pour type thing on them. So I personally use Liquid Fusion. Liquid Fusion is what people use to put gems on their cups and rhinestones on their cups, I suppose. So I use that. Some people have used UV resin. I personally haven't because I don't understand how, I'm afraid that it's just gonna come off because UV resin needs UV light. So, and if there's two molds, I'm not too sure how much light's gonna go through it. I've personally never done it. Some people use E6000, or if you have some sitting and you just epoxied a cup and you have a little bit of epoxy, just wipe your finger, dab it on each side a little bit, and then you're just gonna stick them together. So all we're gonna do is we're going to put them together hollow side like that, and this is the way that they will go together. So it just I have been using Liquid Fusion for a while now on mine. Isn't that pretty? Isn't that cool? And I am not kidding when I tell you they have dropped so many times and they haven't come apart. I use Liquid Fusion also on, sorry, the tip's plugged, on my straw when I'm attaching my ring to my straw topper. I also do that. And I've never had any issues with them coming off. It's also great for if you're doing badge reels. So I'm just adding some dots. Nothing too much. You just want to make sure you have a few dots. I don't know if you can, there you go, you can see them. I'm gonna add a couple more. You don't want it to squeeze out the edges. If it does, then just wipe it down. Then after it dries, we'll, and like I said, I'm just doing little dots here and there. Doesn't take much because this glue is really strong. So then I'm just going to line up the hollow pieces like this. And what I do is I like to set it down and I like to just kind of move my finger over it around the whole, all the edges at every angle, and then push down and then do it again. And that just makes sure that all the circles are aligned. And then just double check and make sure that the rectangles are lined up perfectly. And that is it. Let it dry. I'll let it dry for about an hour or so. And it is good to go. So while I've got that out, I'm just going to explain the two-piece topper mold. I don't have it poured and I apologize. So the two-piece molds, this is the only one I have right now. I'm sorry it's dirty. But so you're gonna pour these. I like to paint mine first with mica powder, dry brush. You're just going to paint it, and you're going to pour it to the very top of the mold. Set aside. This one, same thing as this. Cover this. You don't want to see this when you pour your epoxy, if that makes sense. Once it's cured, you're going to pull these out, just like we did this, and you're going to pull these out. You're going to glue these together, just like we did the circle. Okay, so pretend that's the circle, same way. And then we're going to take these flowers and we're going to glue them on the outside. So this part, the outside, this is where these little flowers will go. And then I also use my Liquid Fusion for that part too. So hopefully that helps. Let me know if you have any other questions. The circle molds are really nice too, because you can add vinyl, you can add a mold on here, you can add a little charm, you can do so many different things with these. So just get creative. I'd love to see what you guys do. So hope this helps. I hope everyone has a wonderful night. Bye guys.